Oh, we're back on the air.
Back on the air this morning, and of course we're looking forward to a big weekend. Notice Chan Gailey's going to be here. Uh, Larry Blakeney's going to be here, and
Some of those people.
you know the great one, Mike, the linebacker, the great one is going to be here.
Yeah, and autograph, I guess VIP lunch you can have will be Chan Gailey, Bear Woods, Freddie Thomas, and Terrell Jernigan.
Yeah.
Wow, those are good ones. Bear Woods.
Bear Woods is coming back down. Yeah, he's going to be here.
It's not official he'll be here, but I guess
Yeah.
he will be.
Well, I hope he will because he's
Bear Woods.
a beloved coach.
He bears watching. He's just got such charisma and personality that he's going to go far. You know, he was a Canadian Football League star for 10 years maybe,
Yeah.
and he's just been hired as the head football coach at Wetumpka High School.
That's right. A good six.
You know, Bear was probably in good enough shape to play in this new league, the USFL.
Oh, yeah.
I guarantee he can play in that league.
No question about it. And boy, what a player he was. He came to
Yeah,
Troy
yeah,
as a
that's
walk-on
good
quarterback.
Birmingham. Did y'all watch any of that?
No, tell us about it.
Yeah, I mean, they played at a brand new protected life stadium, but they probably had 30,000 people at the first game.
Oh, I watched a little of that first game. Yep. Well, I know that there was nobody in one of the upper decks. They, I would say maybe 25,000. Who won?
I was impressed, though. I mean, it was on NBC and Fox. All the big-time announcers were announcing the game. It was kind of shocking.
Yeah.
They're going all in on the USFL.
There's some money there's some money backing it evidently.
Who won the game?
Birmingham came back and won it late.
All right.
Yeah, Skip Holtz, pretty smart guy. His quarterback he brought into the game was his former quarterback starter for 4 years at La Tech. So I would imagine that the guy played for him for 4 years. He probably knew the offense pretty well.
Yep. I like old Skip. I always liked Lou Holtz.
I did too.
He has some of the best quotes, funny quotes.
He was my favorite. I tell you, I really liked him.
I liked him on ESPN. I wish they would have kept him, and him and his partner had a good show. I mean, I don't know what happened to their Lou Holtz. Mark May was good.
He might be like me. The brain doesn't function as well as it used to.
Well, it was a lot better than Corso. Golly.
Yeah.
Corso lost it.
I can appreciate Corso. So
I like Corso too, but
you know, a little bit. Corso.
You know, Jordan Chun, the former great Troy running back, on the Birmingham Stallions roster, but I didn't see him play, so I don't know if he was hurt or what.
And so the Birmingham team did win.
Jordan Chun's from Gurley, Alabama.
Yeah.
I figured it out. You know, a light went off. I said, how are they playing all these games in one city and the teams all live and practice in one city? Well, apparently they got one owner and they are trying to do everything they can to keep costs down. And it's all strictly TV programming. That there's a certain TV rating they want to get, and if they get that, they can make money.
Yeah.
And so.
All right.
I'll tell you what, it's a great advertisement for the city of Birmingham. Though there's commercials during each game about Birmingham. You know, about the attractions and the restaurants, and I mean UAB hospitals mentioned throughout the game. I mean, it's pretty amazing PR boost for Birmingham.
Hey, I'll tell you what. If you'll look into this real closely, the city of Birmingham must be pouring money into these football games, just pouring it in there. And it's smart.
And they get advertisements in exchange for it. That's right. Yeah.
The first game, the ratings were 3.5 million.
Well, they've made money.
Well, you know, I didn't even know it was on. I tell you, something's wrong with me. I've got to sort of write the schedule down, and I'll miss it. So
here's what
it.
It was on a Saturday night with nothing else on.
Yeah.
They have no travel expenses. They can use the same trainers for all teams, probably. You know, they consolidate all their operations. And then the salaries, I'm sure, are kept low. These other leagues had too much expenses, is what they're saying. And they say they're going to get these down. You're right. It
Yeah.
is a good effort. Now it'll be embarrassing to Birmingham in the future when you see all these games that have 942 people at them, which is going to happen, I predict.
Yeah.
When games not involving the Stallions.
Yeah, especially when you play at Legion Field. I don't think anybody wants to.
Oh, I know it. I don't think I agree with you. Are they gonna play some games there?
Yeah, that's the other stadium option. You'll have a game at Legion Field, and you'll have games at Protected
Yeah,
Watch Stadium.
you're exactly right. I would not want to play at
Birmingham
Legion Field.
Literally use Legion Field until it just crumbles to the ground.
Yeah. It's a shame because
Well, that's where I saw Van Tiffen
that's where I
make the
saw.
kick, and that's where I saw the Rolling Stones sing "I Can't Get
No satisfaction.
I was there in
Yeah.
1987 or something.
They had another big hit that time.
Had about 100.
And what?
They had about 100 hits.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Rolling Stones are huge.
Oh, I know it. But I always thought the lead singer looked sort of crazy though.
Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
I watched the Beatles documentary on Disney Plus, and my God, it's like about 10 hours long.
Oh, I want to watch it though. I love the Beatles.
It's very interesting to watch the dynamics of the Beatles. But there was no doubt if you watch that Paul McCartney was the leader of the band.
Yeah.
He pretty much called the shots. But
Yeah.
you know, it was pretty amazing. They're 28 years old during all this footage. But
You
you
know,
would think if you're watching,
yeah.
you would think if you're watching it, they're like in their late 30s.
Did you know Paul McCartney's one of the richest men in the world? Ask your computer how much.
He was one of the richest. You know, Michael Jackson bought a lot of the Beatles
Did he?
copyright. You know, he owned a lot of their music. They sold off a lot of stuff. So
How much money is
Paul McCartney worth.
Paul McCartney
net
worth?
worth.
I didn't get that. Try
Right.
tapping a.
Well, I'll get it in a minute.
Well, I mean,
This thing's supposed to do everything.
The music royalty rights is where the money is, and the Beatles songs are going to be selling. They'll be selling bigger than
The
Shakespeare
net worth
300 years
of
from now.
Paul McCartney.
Said he's worth $800 million.
Paul McCartney's net worth was $1.3 billion.
Hey,
in
how about
2020.
1.3 billion? What now? All right, and 1.3 billion dollars.
God.
What I got here.
The one I'm looking at was 2020, so maybe it's made more since then.
Boy, I tell you, pretty
Well,
smart.
I am a Beatles aficionado, so I know a little bit about them. And Paul McCartney did probably do more to keep the band together, but it was a equal songwriting partnership between him and John Lennon.
Yeah.
And they worked together well, and they kind of competed with each other. But you know, even George Harrison and Ringo Starr, you know, the best bands of all time. You know, Ringo was a buddy of Noel.
No way.
Good
I
friends
didn't
of Noel.
realize that.
Yeah, he did his portrait.
Well, I sure didn't know.
And then John Lennon's solo work is really, really good. I mean, he was putting out some great songs when he was killed on. I'll never forget. They broke into Monday Night Football
Oh,
and
gosh.
said John Lennon has been shot. He was 40 years old.
Yeah, great man, and of course his music will live on forever. You
Well,
know.
it's like the song "Imagine." I mean, they a lot of
Yeah.
people think that's
You know,
the
you know,
greatest.
somebody else that's close to him as far as popularity would be Bob Dylan. Wouldn't you say Bob Dylan would be right up there with him as far as his music?
Well, he's considered a great songwriter, but he never produced any hits, and the Beatles produced.
Yeah. Oh,
great
yeah.
hits.
Yeah. I didn't mean to
No.
compare to the Beatles, but Bob Dylan
Dylan
was
is good.
pretty popular at one time.
Bob Dylan has hits like a Rolling Stone and some other stuff.
Yeah.
The other thing that amazes me about the Beatles is, you know, they were only a band from roughly 19. They were working in clubs in the early 60s, but they were known from like 1964, and then they broke up in late 1969. So they produced all these unbelievable songs that will live with us forever in about 5 or 6 years. I mean, how did they do it?
This weekend, of course,
Do you know Julio Iglesias is worth $600 million? Dolly Parton is worth $600 million.
Oh
Dolly Parton worth $600 million. Okay.
Jolene.
Yeah. And the coal miner's daughter, how much is she worth?
That's the best country song of all time, maybe.
You think so?
I bought this country music greatest hits CD at Cracker Barrel on my trip back from Disney World. All-time greatest country hits from a bunch of artists, and now it's got 2 CDs, and so there's about 36 songs, and I've listened to it now about 2 or 3 times. I made the announcement to my family. I said, listen now, hear me. Coal Miner's Daughter is the best song on this album. And that's going against Hank Williams Sr.
That's
songs.
right, yeah. Tell me, Hank, why do you drink? Why do you smoke dope?
That's one of the great country songs of all time.
That was just on the edge of my tongue.
Proud to be
a coal miner's daughter. She pulled my hair. Do you remember that?
The best movie about a real person ever, I say, is Coal Miner's Daughter. Sissy Spacek just completely nailed Loretta Lynn.
Yeah.
Don't you think so?
Oh yeah. You know, there's some great ones. Great music, great country songs.
I don't know. I think Joaquin Phoenix's role of Johnny Cash, Walk the Line, was pretty amazing.
Yeah, that was pretty good, no question.
No, that's the other one I really like is Johnny Cash. He's the man who's been everywhere.
His wife, June Carter Cash, played by Reese Witherspoon, was pretty amazing.
Yeah. Hey, one of my favorites of all time played the fiddle, and I love his music.
You know, Johnny Cash had really barely learned the guitar. Had been in the military for a little while, but he had this deep voice and he wanted to be a singer. So he went to Memphis and he just walked in off the street and talked to this producer and said, I want to sing some songs. It was the same guy that made Elvis a star. That one little studio, and then there's somebody, and then I think Jimmy Lee Lewis was with them too.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Jerry Lee Lewis. So this guy had Elvis Presley, pretty close to one another. Jerry Lee Lewis and Johnny Cash. What's the name of that studio? And I got a T-shirt.
Right.
It's called Sun Records.
Sun Records. Thank you.
Sun Records, and boy, didn't
You know, I still don't think there's been a great movie about Elvis. I'm kind of surprised that's never happened.
Yeah.
Didn't Goldie Hawn's boyfriend play him one time though? Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell.
Yeah, he played in one show. That's a long time
Kurt
ago.
Russell is a underrated actor.
I like him. You're right. And you know, he and Goldie never have. You know, they've lived together, but never married. I wonder what's the secret behind all that.
It works for him.
Somebody's getting. I mean,
my wife's friend owns a boutique jewelry store in Aspen, and apparently Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell have a home in Aspen, Colorado, and they come in there all the time.
Do they?
For jewelry.
Well,
I remember Kurt Russell. He was a teen star on all those Disney movies. Remember when he was a boy?
Yeah, you know, and the guy came around there that starred in Ghost. You know, what was his name?
Starring Ghost was Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, I miss old Patrick Swayze. I thought he was a good
man. Women love the movie Ghost.
Dirty Dancing.
They really. I have never met a woman that did not love the movie. I like the movie.
Hey, listen, I was fixing to say I don't know many men that dislike that movie because they were
He was great in the what was the movie called? Oh my goodness, not Ghost. He was the bouncer. Remember?
Yeah, Roadhouse.
Yeah, Roadhouse. Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah. I was just watching.
I miss him. You know, and he died way too young. You know.
That
he had cancer. He was a big cigarette smoker.
The story of the making of Dirty Dancing is an interesting documentary. How it even got. It was low budget, and I mean, people that had never made movies before did it, and it went on to become an iconic movie.
Okay, this show, of course, is brought to you each and every morning right here on channel, well, actually 52.
Are we channel 2 or 52?
No, we're 2. We're channel 2 on your favorite dial, and of course, we appreciate Premier Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram Trucks for being one of our prime sponsors. And of course, remember, if it when it comes to a deal
I saw Jason and his family at church Sunday. They're looking good.
Oh, they're great people and great friends. And
his daughter was they had confirmed. Man, there is just a ton of youth at First Methodist Church all of a sudden.
I tell you what, it'll grow because of it. I tell you. Of course, nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody. And of course, I'm gonna drop by there this morning and see my good friends and Jason, Gregory, and the whole bunch of great people that represent Premier Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep. We'll be back in just a moment.
Join us at the Troy Fest Fine Art and Craft Festival in downtown Troy. We have more than 100 vendors with something for everyone. From pottery, photography, glasswork, painting, woodwork, and more. We hope to see you in downtown Troy. Open Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4. Please come and enjoy a good time and celebrate the arts. Troy Fest Fine Art and Craft Festival in downtown Troy.
The all-new Troy Regional Women's Diagnostic Center brings all of the latest and advanced 3D mammography and breast ultrasound services to the Troy area in our all-new outpatient facility. Dr. Lauren Thorington, along with our team of certified breast specialists, read your mammograms, which are performed by our registered radiologic technologists, bringing the best in women's healthcare to the Troy area. Troy Regional Women's Diagnostic Center.
I wish you could taste how much better food tastes when cooked on a Green Mountain grill, but I can let you in on the reason that's true. Our pellets contain water, so they create steam while you cook, keeping your food moist. Does a gas or charcoal grill do that? I think not.
Come and see us at Southern Grill and Patio, just off the square in Troy.
It's Ford Truck Month. America, you know what to do. Now's the time to get after the best deals on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, 45 years straight. Also, great offers on Ford Ranger and the new Ford Maverick. Ford Truck Month is here, so let's get after it. Get 0 for 60 plus up to $1,000 bonus cash plus a no-charge 3-year Ford Protect Premium Maintenance Plan on F-150.
And the Billy Joel early.
But do you think, back to our show, and they say we've been asking around this, who's the richest man out there is Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass. Can you believe that?
Garth Brooks is worth $400 million.
Garth, bless his heart, is just worth $400 million. Bless his heart.
So is Barbara Streisand.
Barbara Streisand, $400 million.
Amazing. See, we should have become a singer, songwriter.
Yeah.
Beyonce's worth $500.
You know, I was talking about how Chris Christopherson went to Harvard, and he was roommates with Tommy Lee Jones and Al Gore, I think. Well, he's a singer, and he might be better known as an actor, but he really can't sing real well himself, but he's a good songwriter, and I bet he has made a killing just on the rights of the songs that he wrote that other people recorded.
Well, I tell you what.
I like
Who?
Herb
Albert. Can you believe this, Mike? But it might be because he sells a lot of Latino music. But Herb Albert is worth $800 million.
Well, that's how,
$850 million.
That tells you there's more Hispanics in the world than.
But
Hank Williams Jr. is worth $45 to $50 million.
Yeah.
Madonna's worth $850.
Madonna's worth $850 million. That's doing pretty well, isn't it?
You know who I heard is the richest female in England, even richer than the Queen, or might be richer than the Queen?
She wrote the book. She wrote Harry Potter.
That's right, the lady that wrote the Harry Potter books, which became the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah. And let me tell you a sad thing.
J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, thank you. She's
I don't think
she was on welfare, had a small child, and was writing those books in coffee shops while she took care of her child. And look at her today.
I would say 3 months ago, Vladimir Putin was one of the richest men in the world, but I'm thinking in the last 2 or 3 months, his worth has probably gone down a little bit. But at one time, Vladimir Putin was one of the top 5 richest people in the world.
Well, Russia's wealth comes from oil and natural gas,
and he owns that oil, doesn't he?
They can make, people that are in that business can make such huge amounts of money in a short time. Like the Exxon and Shell and all the big oil companies, they lost money when the gas prices went down.
Oh yeah,
they were losing money. And then, have you seen the figures of how much they made in the last quarter? The billions of dollars in profits.
$900 billion or something.
Exxon and Shell and BP. With the gas selling over $4. Exactly. So yeah, if Putin has his hand in the oil and natural gas money, he would be probably the richest person in the world.
Get ready for T-Day. T-Day is a 4 o'clock kickoff from Veterans Memorial Stadium this Saturday. But come on out; it's going to be all kinds of great things going on, and one of my favorite places to be will be in there where Larry Blakeney, Chan Gailey, the great Bear Woods, and several other
they are going to be
Troy favorites.
You can't just walk in there though. You got to pay to be in there.
I know. You got to pay to be in there, and they said they've already sold it out.
When is
and I'm glad I've got a ticket.
When is the football camp for kids? I want to send Jack to that.
It's in the morning at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning at 10 o'clock.
Go to Memorial Stadium?
Yes.
Is it free?
Yeah, it's free. Yes, sir. And they'll be out there. A lot of the Troy football players will be out there.
Well, I told Jack about it, and he's excited. So
well, that's good. That's good. No question about it.
But what I was going to say is the people that come back that haven't been to Troy in a while are going to be amazed how pretty the campus is.
Oh, yeah.
The new buildings.
Beautiful.
And before we had a technical issue, I was talking about how pretty the square is with all the flowers. Well, Troy University's campus does the same thing. They have hanging basket flowers on all kind of poles.
Yeah, exactly.
And that takes a lot of maintenance and care of some good staffers to do that.
And I would think.
Pablo Arts got approved by Alabama High School.
They were approved. Well, that's great, Mike. That's big time. Let me just say this: you people, you Pike supporters. This is the biggest step you've ever made in your school's history, because I'm telling you,
it's effective June 1st.
And let me just say this: what it's still going to do, it's going to put you in the ball game with the Goshens, the Luvernes, the Arringtons, the Skippervilles, the Long High School, and
I tell you, the Charles Hendersons, the Montgomery Academy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's going to put you in there in athletics, and it's going to. I can see this is going to be a big support deal as far as growth in the size of Pike Liberal Arts. It's
you got
to
have to pick up their game, but competition is good for you. They will pick up their game.
Oh yeah, and it's going to be.
This happened like a week ago. Athletic director, head football coach, baseball coach Rush Hicks, and we are extremely excited about the future of Pike Live Athletics with our move to the AHSAA. The AISA has been good to us for a long time, but it's time to make this transition and hope for continued progress for not only our athletic department but our school as well. We are appreciative of the opportunity the Alabama High School Athletic Association has given us. Look forward to being a successful member of their association for years to come. And it says in the article I read that it looks like Pike Little Arts will probably be 2A.
2A, okay.
Good statement by Rush.
All right, in 2A, is that Luverne? Is Luverne 2A or
Be Luverne, Holland Home,
Elba?
Long, Elba, Vine Chapel, Arrington.
Oh boy,
good.
Gonna be some good. Goshen, where are they? They're 2A now, are they?
I don't know if they're still 3A or 2A.
I want to say that, yeah. And of course, their program's going to get better and better. And
that's a lot of good rivals right within 30 miles.
Boy, just think Goshen under Chandler Avant, and boy, what a coach and what a player he was. He's got Goshen playing extremely well in baseball. And can't you see Goshen and Pike Liberal going at it? And then how about Pike Liberal going up against Houston Academy in Dothan?
I think great. Go up against everybody.
Yeah.
Create interest in high school sports. Yeah. Have games that people get excited about that you can sell some tickets to.
Let me tell you this: your band will start growing immediately. I'm gonna tell you that your high school band will start growing immediately. You'll have people coming in here. I want to play in the band. I want to play in the band, and that's good. It's positive. And so, Pike, as much. Wouldn't you say Troy was a band town?
Yeah, but I look forward to those cheerleaders showing out at these towns. Nobody will be able to hang with Pike LeBlanc cheerleaders.
That's right. They've won, I want to say they won 8 straight state championships in cheerleading, and they have great tradition at Pike, and it's just going to be a positive thing, and I say growth. It's just people are gonna see this and they're gonna want to be a part of it.
I think you're right. We were talking about it since I've been on the show.
Yeah. And, I would think we jumped out in front as far as promoting that to happen, and it's happened, and it's going to just be a lot of fun.
Has the baseball playoffs started yet?
No, they start the next week. Not this week, but not next week, but the next week, and the playoffs start.
I don't know if Goshen will make the playoffs or not. They're 9-9, 2-4 of the region. So I don't know if that's good enough to make the playoffs or not.
Well, I tell you what, watch that program, and it's going to grow under Chandler Avant.
Well, baseball is going to be interesting. Baseball is interesting. So there's so many kids that are from good families that want to play baseball.
Yeah.
Where are these kids going to go to school?
Yeah.
It's a recruiting element to this too. Pike LeBlanc, they don't need to apologize for it. They're a private school. They need tuition, but if they can create more programs that wants more people to go to their school, more power to them.
I talked to one of my good buddies, that head coach at. I reckon it's one of the top private schools in the state, Madison Academy, and Bobby Godsey is the head coach. And I asked him, do you actually go out and recruit? He says at his level, he's got to go out and recruit. He is 4A. I think he said he was 4A, and he says that it's highly competitive up there where he's from. And of course, a lot of people think Madison Academy is the top private school in the state, and it's just Pike's going to be just like it.
I have done a lot of research into this six-peat that Pike LeBlanc might soon pull off in sports, where they could win 6 consecutive state championships in the big boy sports. Well, there's only one school in the public school association that came anywhere close to that. It was Madison Academy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
They pulled off, I think, 3 in a row in football, basketball, baseball, and man, they were close a couple of other years. I mean, the year before and after. But that's when they had the running back that went to Auburn and then the Detroit Lions.
Mike, I was talking to a coach yesterday, at the practice, and I went down and enjoyed practice yesterday as Troy University is getting ready for their spring game. And I was talking to a coach, and he was telling me about this quarterback that is 6'3" and weighs 215 pounds, and he's from Hartselle, Alabama.
Remember him well.
Did we play Hartselle for the state championship?
Yeah, beat them 14-7.
Yeah, that's right. And that's been years ago. But Hartsville.
They have a team uniform that looks exactly like the University of Alabama.
Uh-huh. And another thing about them, they have a great baseball program too.
So wait a minute, is this like a potential future recruit?
Yeah, no. And what we were talking about, he was telling me about how good his quarterback was. That was, will graduate this spring, and he says, to his knowledge, he has not committed to anybody, and he just can't. He said that his friends and all the coaches just cannot believe. He said, we just cannot believe this guy has not been
offered.
Offered.
You said it's Troy on him though?
No, I told Troy about him, and hopefully Troy will listen. But this coach was saying this guy is a sleeper of all sleepers. And if I was Troy, I'd go after the sleeper of all sleepers.
Well, I'm glad you told, and you know the people to tell.
Yeah, well, I did talk to the recruiting coordinator, and
I feel like he would at least try to go to UNA. I mean, UNA is one.
Well, let me tell you this. One of the problems I think he's having, and remember this, this is a problem that only very few people have. He made 35 on the ACT test.
Oh my God!
So really, I'm thinking that he ought to look at Harvard or Yale or somewhere like that to play his college. But he says he's 6'3", 215. Can spin it like he said. He throws like a top-notch SEC quarterback.
Now he played. His eligibility is done with high school.
That's right.
And he just never got a scholarship.
That's
He's still out. He could come right away.
And in fact, he can go the portal route if he wants to. And
no, he can't go.
He can't go yet.
He's not enrolled yet.
He's not enrolled in college.
Okay, after he gets enrolled. But this is something. This is a type player that sometimes people miss out on.
I would want a kid with a 35 ACT just to have him on your campus.
Yeah, and another thing.
It looks like Troy's all in with Tucker Pillsbury.
Oh, I know it. Tucker's going to be a good one, and I've never seen Tucker play football. I've never seen him play, and I'd like to.
Nick Saban was at a event in Mobile last night, and he was talking about his players in the NFL. And since 2007, Nick Saban said that his former players at the University of Alabama made $1.7 billion playing in the NFL.
Oh gosh! and we make fun of him.
1.7 billion, 39 first-round picks under Saban at Alabama.
You don't think that?
Now you want to know the key to recruitment? That's the key to recruitment. And Saban can do it, can't he? Saban probably calls these pro scouts up and said, "Man, are you crazy? Have y'all offered our guy yet?"
Alabama next year they've got potentially they got the number 1 and the number 2 pick. Will Anderson's probably going to be the number 1 pick, and then Bryce Young's probably going to be the number 2 pick.
Here comes info coming in here from my expert here. Here it is right here. Look here. Look at this. And he's going to give us some information that's going to stun you, ladies and gentlemen. This is a huge section out of it says the 3rd richest athletes in the world.
Let me say it. The 30 richest athletes in the world.
How much did Grant Hill make? Golly.
This is from the Wealthy Gorilla website. These figures have been compiled from Forbes and Celebrity Net Worth as of 2022. Number 30 is somebody named Kimi Räikkönen. Never heard of him.
No.
He's a Finnish racing driver. God. Number 29 is Grant Hill. He's retired.
Yeah, he's retired, but...
Number 28, interesting, Gary Player.
One of the 27th wealthiest.
His net worth is $250 million, they say.
Gary Player.
I love Gary Player. Number 27 is.
What will Nicholas do?
I know.
We're going to find out. Fernando Alonso is number 27. He's a Spanish racing driver. Number 26 is Lewis Hamilton, another race car driver. Who would have
I
thought
know
it?
it. I know it.
Number 25. Oh, I'm proud he's on here because he's one of my favorites. George Foreman is number 25.
How much is he worth?
$300 million.
He done that selling grills. Would
Grills,
you say?
that's
Yeah,
right.
electric grills.
Number 24 is Dale Earnhardt Jr.,
Really?
who's been to Troy.
Yes, sir. He's been to Troy several times. Been down here to hunt. Been down here to court.
Yep, that's what I heard. Number 23 is Alex Rodriguez, the former
Yankee.
New York Yankee, Seattle Mariner, and Texas Ranger, is worth $350 million. Let's see what George Foreman's worth. $300 million. Boy, he remade himself.
Are you who you talking about?
George Foreman, when he did his comeback.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Everybody thought he was just this surly, kind of stoic
Yeah.
person, and then he comes back as this affable uncle that everybody likes.
Yeah, that's right.
Vinnie Johnson, God,
Who is he now?
retired NBA basketball player.
Gosh, I never even heard of him hardly.
Dwayne Johnson, The Rock.
How much
Why is
is
he
it?
even counted as? Well, he was a professional athlete, wrestler. $400 million.
Yeah. You know, he played college ball at Miami.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead.
The Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal, is also worth $400 million.
Now, you know, I think, you know, most of all that was advertisement.
Yeah,
you know, he's in a lot of ads.
Yeah, that's the key part of this, is if you can get those ads like Peyton Manning does. All right, the Shaq's worth $400 million. Your man, Phil Mickelson.
What is he worth?
$400 million.
Golly. Oh, Phil, he came out smelling like a rose.
Well, he wanted to double it back in that Saudi Arabian Golf League.
Yeah.
All right.
Jack Nicholson.
Why did they put Jack Nicholson shades?
I don't know.
Number 18, Jack Nicklaus, the same net worth as Phil Mickelson. You know, his golf course design and construction company is the number one in company
How
in
much
the world.
is he worth? How much?
It says $400 million.
400 million. All right, go ahead.
Number 17, Greg Norman.
Greg Norman. Really? Golly.
He's also backing that other professional golf.
Yeah, he's
league.
done well. You know, he's invested in Panama City too. You know.
Well, he's got a clothing line. Yeah.
Shark's Tooth. Yeah.
I saw one. He's got this. He at one point had this big giant yacht that he owned that was as big as a cruise ship. 16 is the tennis player Roger Federer. He's worth more than Jack Nicklaus.
Yes, sir.
$450 million.
Seems like he's a good guy too.
Yeah, I like him. Number 15 is a boxer, Floyd Mayweather.
Oh man.
Mayweather.
All right, there you go. $450 million.
Okay.
Number 14 is the soccer player David Beckham. Bend it like Beckham.
Yeah.
$450 million.
And he's a soccer player.
Retired soccer player.
Okay.
They call it a footballer.
Uh-huh.
Did you know that? They call soccer football?
Yeah.
Number 13 is LeBron James. Y'all have heard of him. $500 million.
500 million.
Number 12 is Cristiano Ronaldo. Soccer player. Barely heard of him.
Well, can you believe he made that kind of money kicking a little ball around the field, you know?
Man, they love their soccer in Europe.
Yeah, I know it.
Roger Staubach. That's surprising. Number 11.
What? Wait a minute.
I've
Roger
heard
Stallworth?
He's the most successful businessman as a former athlete.
What did he own?
I think he got really big in Texas old money.
Real estate.
Well, I tell you,
I think
that
he's a real
surprises
estate
me.
developer, and
How much is he worth?
$600 million.
Golly. Good for you, Roger. He's a great guy.
He's probably
too.
good buddies with Leroy Jordan, his teammate,
Oh
longtime
yeah,
teammate.
oh yeah.
So Roger Dodger Naval Academy grad, $600 million. Number 10 is Michael Shoemaker.
Yeah, he's a racer.
Yeah, Michael's got him. He's a
Yeah.
former race car driver and These are all Formula One racers. Number 9, Magic Johnson, net worth $600 million.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, he owns a lot of McDonald's.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good.
He's smart. He makes.
He owns the Lakers too, doesn't he?
He owns some of the Dodgers.
Oh, the Dodgers. Yeah.
He's a minority owner in the Dodgers.
All right, go ahead.
Number 8 is Lionel Messi, another soccer player. This one from Argentina. God, these soccer players do great.
It's unreal. I
600
know
million.
it. Yeah.
Number 7 is Junior Bridgman.
Race car.
What? Junior Bridgman is an American former professional basketball player and entrepreneur.
Never heard of him in my life.
He played 12 years for the Milwaukee Bucks and Los Angeles Clippers.
Eddie Jordan. I never heard
He
of
then
him.
went on to invest in fast food franchises, and today he's one of the richest athletes in history.
Wow.
Eddie Jordan.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
What's his name again?
Junior Bridgman.
Bridgman. Okay.
So he made it in fast food
Eddie
franchise restaurant.
Jordan. What is his name? Eddie Jordan.
The next number 6 is Eddie Jordan, as an Irish former race car driver, motorsport team boss, businessman, musician, and television
boy.
personality. God, he's got the.
Junior Bridgman owns Ebony and Jet magazines.
Oh, does
He does, and fast food restaurants.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
get it.
All right.
Tiger Woods.
See, you learned when you watched Today in LA. Thank you, Steve Camp, for getting this for us. Number 5, y'all might have heard of this man, Tiger Woods. Net worth $800 million.
Oh boy.
So maybe a
Soon to be
little less than
billionaire.
Paul McCartney,
Yeah.
depending on who we believe. I don't think I need to say any more about Tiger. Everybody knows who. He would have.
Number one's got to be Jordan.
Number 4, oh my gosh, Anna Katzbratz is a Danish dressage rider
Oh
who
boy.
has represented Denmark in the Summer Olympics.
Oh gosh.
He if it's a, I don't know if it's a male or a female, is considered to be one of the best dressage riders in the world, and she has won multiple medals throughout her career.
Let's
Her
get out
net
of
worth
that.
is estimated to be $1 billion.
And,
Now, I'm just going to assume that her husband and family were super wealthy, and she just went into this horse racing for fun. Number 3 is Ion Tiriac, a Romanian former professional tennis and hockey player. That's right, 2 sports.
I never heard of this guy.
He is now the owner of the Muta Madrid Open Tennis Tournament. He also manages Lucas Poularé, a French professional tennis player. He has an estimated net worth of $1.2 billion.
Oh man.
Here's a quote from him. This is from Ion Tiriac, worth $1.2 billion. Never heard of him. I have every single Ferrari that came out. I have all the Mercedes they came out with, all the Jaguars they came out with, all the Porsches they came out with. I guess so. Number 2, Vince McMahon.
WWF wrestling.
Oh, are you serious?
Well, it says I never even knew that he was a former wrestler himself.
And this guy is the second richest athlete in the world.
McMahon took control of the company from his father in the 1980s. He's the majority owner, chairman, and CEO of the WWE. His net worth is an incredible $1.6 billion.
All right. And pretty much.
Number 1, and Michael called it. Michael Jordan, net worth $2.2 billion.
And that's something. And it's by him being very smart or being around a bunch of very smart people. Either one. Both of them.
Yeah, he's
Do we want to take a break? I've got the.
We're going to take a.
Baseball. I got all the high school baseball playoff pairings. They've been released.
All right, good. We'll be back right after this.
Join us at the Troy Fest Fine Art and Craft Festival in downtown Troy. We have more than 100 vendors with something for everyone. From pottery, photography, glasswork, painting, woodwork, and more. We hope to see you in downtown Troy. Open Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4. Please come and enjoy a good time and celebrate the arts. Troy Fest Fine Art and Craft Festival in downtown Troy.
The all-new Troy Regional Women's Diagnostic Center brings all of the latest and advanced 3D mammography and breast ultrasound services to the Troy area in our all-new outpatient facility. Dr. Lauren Thorington, along with our team of certified breast specialists, read your mammograms, which are performed by our registered radiologic technologists, bringing the best in women's healthcare to the Troy area. Troy Regional Women's Diagnostic Center.
I wish you could taste how much better food tastes when cooked on a Green Mountain Grill, but I can let you in on the reason that's true. Our pellets contain water, so they create steam while you cook, keeping your food moist. Does a gas or charcoal grill do that? I think not.
Come and see us at Southern Grill and Patio just off the square in Troy.
It's Ford Truck Month. America, you know what to do. Now's the time to get after the best deals on Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, 45 years straight. Also, great offers on Ford Ranger and the new Ford Maverick. Ford Truck Month is here, so let's get after it. Get 0 for 60 plus up to $1,000 bonus cash plus a no-charge 3-year Ford Protect Premium Maintenance Plan on F-150.
The Americans. Back to our show, brought to you by our good friends at Troy Bank and Trust Company. Remember, Troy Bank and Trust Company is the only bank you'll ever need. Also, I want to remind you that Express Oil Change on the bypass can change your oil in a jiffy, and of course do a great job of it. They also can do any kind of mechanical work that you need done right there at their store. Of course, we're
the Alabama high school baseball playoffs have put out their pairings. The games will start actually on April 22nd and the 23rd. So I guess the 22nd would be Friday. Best 2 out of 3 advances. So if you win 2 out of 3 games, you'll move on. 1A looks like locally you've got Brantley 10-5. We'll play Billingsley 13-6.
They haven't played many games.
I know it. 10-5.
Yeah, so you'll have Brantley in the playoffs. Those games will start on April 22nd at 6:30. Or no, it started at 4 o'clock, and then play another game at 6:30. So they'll play double hitters on Friday, and then if you need to, you'll play a game on Saturday.
Now, is that this coming Friday or the next coming?
Yeah.
Okay.
The day is the 20th.
Okay.
Other teams, that's 1A. Looks like that's the only 1A school that we have playing that I can see. 2A, you got Arrington, Area 3, will be at Thorsby. Thorsby's up around Birmingham, 14-9. So Arrington will play on Friday. Other teams of interest, Luverne, Area 5, they're 6-10 at Area 4 winner Clark County, 15-5. So Luverne's in the playoffs as well. Looks like other teams in the area. Highland Home is the winner of Area 5. They'll host Leroy. Leroy's 17-11. Highland Home's 11-4. What an athletic year for Highland.
I know it. You're right. No question about it.
You know, these smaller schools don't play many baseball games. 11-4, 15 games the whole season.
Yeah, I mean, I think that a lot of teams dealt with, their basketball team made a Final Four run. Football team went to the 4th round of the playoffs, and might not have had enough players to play some of those games.
That's a good point.
Other schools of interest, Providence Christian at Area 6 winner Trinity Presbyterian. Well, Trinity Presbyterian must be really good. They're 23-4 in baseball.
Yeah, I know it. I saw a bunch of those kids yesterday at practice.
XL 13-4 will be at Area 4 winner Ops 21-7.
Ops loaded, Mike. Ops loaded.
Other teams in our area, let's see who else we can find. New Brockton 13-11 will be at 5A winner, Area 5 winner Thomasville, 14-9. Let's see. That looks like that's going to be it. Now in 4A, not a whole lot of 4A teams in this area. Let's see if there's anybody local that will be participating. This is the Alabama High School playoffs in baseball.
Well, what is op? Are there 3A?
Yeah, not seeing anybody in 4A that is in our area. Then in 5A, you got Rehoboth playing Area 6 winner Holtville. Holtville's 26-5 in baseball.
They must be really a good team.
Hard to believe Rehoboth is now 5A. I remember when they were.
And then big news here. I had no idea. Area 4 runner-up Charles Henderson, 7-16. Didn't have a great year, but they'll be at 5A winner. We know this team very well. Pike Road.
Oh boy, Ponder. Yeah, when will that start?
Charles Henderson will play Ponder at Pike Road on Friday. It looks like the game will start at 5 o'clock on Friday. They'll play at Pike Road in a doubleheader. The first game will be at 5. The second game will be at 7.
Does Pike Road have a baseball field? I guess they do.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, yeah.
It's behind all that other stuff, yeah.
Other area teams, looks like there's nobody else in 6A that we can mention in baseball. But, great for Charles Henderson to make the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. And Coach Smart, yeah.
Found a way to turn it around. So,
and of course, what a coaching staff they've got. They've got Little Mark. They got Mark Smart, the former Troy University head baseball coach, and his son, who is
Chase is the head coach. Mark is helping out, and then you got Brian Meadows as the pitching coach.
That's pretty good staff, isn't it?
Probably have Sam Kitchen still helping out.
Yeah, exactly. I tell you, that's great. That's great for that program.
To see what kind of run Pike Road makes this year. They made it all the way to the championship game last year.
They'll make another run.
And yeah. Well, that's good information, Mike. We
what
appreciate
about Pike
it.
Larks? When do they start the playoffs?
This is public school, so I don't know when Pike Larks. Maybe somebody can call in and tell us. I did see where Pike Larks got beat by Glenwood.
They sure did.
7-2.
Yeah,
it's no lock that Pike Larks can win a state championship in baseball because there's several good programs that they have to beat. Glenwood being one of them.
Mike, are the bicycles and the go karts still riding up and down the road next to you?
Graydon's not too bad. I was in Rosemary Beach yesterday, which is a big Tennessee hub. It seems like everybody from Nashville, and Chattanooga, and other places always stay down there. And I was around there in Alice Beach, and it's still a lot of people down that way, but it's not as crazy around Graydon.
Yeah. Well,
Louisiana tags. There's some Louisiana folks. You saw some Louisiana folks.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
When you got in your car the other day walking, there was about 20 people staying in the house across the street.
Okay, let's see. We just found out that the richest former athlete of them all is Michael Jordan. His net worth is $2.2 billion. Now you say, what's the richest person in the world? This is from earlier this year, and this organization says that it's Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon. We buy all our.
And you don't have to be poor to be rich.
He is worth $197.2 billion. So he is worth.
How much is that now again?
$197 billion.
Yeah.
So Michael Jordan's worth $2 billion. So this guy Bezos.
No, what I was going to say, you don't have to be pretty to be rich.
Nope. Then it says number 2 is somebody named Bernard Arnault, is the CEO of Louis Vuitton, Tennessee. Never heard of him.
How much is he worth?
177
billion.
Well, no, he's not number 2. He would be number 3. Number 2 is Elon Musk, who has been in the news a lot because he is trying to buy Twitter. I'm pulling for him.
Yeah.
But he's best known for starting the electric car company Tesla.
Oh, okay.
We don't see many Teslas
No,
in Troy.
you're right.
But you do in California and Florida. You say you see a fair amount, don't you, Michael?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's at least 2 or 3 a day, I see. Yeah,
Okay.
it's very
Now,
popular.
here's a name that's pretty familiar.
Numero 4 is Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook.
Zuckerberg.
He
Does he own Facebook? The
Yep.
rights to Facebook?
mm-hmm. He started it.
What about Mark Cuban, the owner of the Mavericks? He's probably worth about $10 billion, isn't he?
He's not in the top
Yeah, he
14.
just. Yeah.
Big news out of Wimbledon. Of course, our tennis expert, Rebecca Amos, will call in maybe and talk about what's going on. But all the Russian athlete tennis players, professional tennis players, have been banned and will not be able to play Wimbledon.
Boy, that is bad. That's rough.
Yeah, one of the players is number 2 in the world.
Man, oh man. So hey, maybe that'll reach home a little bit. I hope it does. Go ahead, Rice.
I mean, it definitely affects these players.
Well, Bill Gates was kind of.
We thought Bill Gates was rich.
He's the mastermind behind all of these vaccines and medical research. He's got his hand in every research organization in the world. And we understand why. He's number 5 on the list. He's worth $132.5 billion. He's the founder of Microsoft.
Yeah.
So your first 4 are...
Now, if he hadn't gone through divorce, then divorce hit him pretty hard.
Yeah, so I guess maybe he might have been worth $264 billion
That's right,
before his
yeah.
divorce. Number 9 is Warren Buffett, the investor that we referenced early in the show.
What is it? What's the name of it?
Warren Buffett? You've heard of Warren
I
Buffett.
know, but what is the name of his
Berkshire Hathaway.
Hathaway.
Mutual of Omaha.
He's got his hands in everything
Yeah.
too.
And,
Michael Bloomberg, the former mayor of New York City, is worth $59 billion. He's on the list. Phil Knight, the CEO and founder of Nike, is worth 61. He's on the list.
What, worth 60-something million.
61
billion.
billion.
I mean, billion.
It's so funny that he's worth all that money, and Oregon always loses their football coach.
You know, they made that point on Feinbaum's show. They're talking about how money rules everything. And Feinbaum said, well, how come Oregon hasn't ruled college football?
You're right,
the
yeah.
number 1 benefactor.
I figured they would pay their football coach at least $8 or $9 million.
Hey.
I think they only usually make around 6.
And the last 2 coaches have bolted to Florida schools.
Well, let me tell you this. I can see what's happened with our great quarterback that transferred from Auburn. You know he is getting tons of money. Wouldn't you think so?
Not the 3rd-string quarterback? No.
No,
Bo Nix.
Oh, well, maybe.
At Oregon. No telling. I bet he's getting paid more than any athlete.
You might be right there.
I bet he's being paid more than anybody.
Man, that is a long flight for his parents to go watch him play football. I mean, his dad's really going to go to Phoenix City on a Friday night and then get on a plane and, I guess, catch a red eye and watch his son play. That's going to be amazing.
You know, theoretically, Nike could give endorsement deals to every athlete that goes to Oregon and make them all millionaires. I guess he hadn't done that yet. Let me name one.
You know what Central Florida's going to do? They've got a great marketing tool. All their players are going to have, like, bars. The little thing you scan, like on your phone, will be on the back of their jerseys. And you can do it during the game, and you can watch. You can pull up the information on that player, his background, his stats, all kinds of stuff.
Cool.
That's going to be on their football jersey.
There's one female, and it's Alice Walton, and y'all can probably figure out who she's the daughter of.
Walmart.
It's Walmart money. She's the daughter of Sam Walton and heiress to the Walmart fortune. Her net worth is $67.3 billion.
Now they say though, if you could add all those people up, all the family people up, that they might be close to being the richest
one,
people.
There's also a Jim Walton right below her, so
Yeah.
I guess that's her brother or something.
Yeah, so the Waldens, all you got to do is look at Walmart and how many Walmarts are in this world.
No, I'll mention this guy right here. Charles Coach is kind of a big conservative libertarian. I don't know if he's libertarian, but conservative philanthropist.
Yeah.
He's number 26.
And I've heard that Manley Johnson
Well, that's why
we're friends with this guy.
He would be from the same school of thought as Manley Johnson
that's
in
right.
the Johnson Center here in Troy.
And they say that Manley and Cope were longtime friends.
I bet they are.
I was at a event down here at the Dugas Estate on the bay. It was a wine event, and we had a bunch of our Napa wineries come in, and it was the Dugas Estate, and they were the original founders and owners of Dollar General.
Well,
they sold Dollar General for $8 billion.
Oh, I know that. I had to do. Now, Dugas, is that the Dr. Dugas family?
Yeah, it's different.
Okay.
Dugas.
I've always wondered who bought the grocery store chain.
Dr. Dugas, who's I guess pretty much partners with James Andrews up in Birmingham.
Oh yeah.
Named Doctor. He has his own distillery. He's got Dread River Distillery. He does vodka, rum, and whiskey up in Birmingham now.
Oh really?
Number 7 is a guy named Sergey Brin, who has co-founded Google. Boy, Google is just like a money maker.
Yeah,
I mean, they just put the Yellow Pages out of business.
He's
worth $119 billion.
Yeah.
And then the other co-founder of Google is a guy named Larry Page, and he's worth $123 billion. So the two Google guys are together worth about $250 billion.
We had no idea now, ladies and gentlemen, that we were going to get on this topic on today's show. But that's why this show is so popular and so many people want to watch it, is because you can't tell me what's going to be on until the show starts and we get it. And of course,
Well, this
is interesting. It's very interesting.
We got started thinking about who are the richest musicians of all time.
Yeah.
And we looked into Paul McCartney's net worth, and then the next thing you know, we're talking about athletes and now just the richest period.
But we never got into Michael Jackson and really how much his estate was worth, you know.
Well, I think he was pretty poor when he died because he had so many lawsuits and squandered it. But at one time he would have been up there, but because he did buy the music rights or part of them to the Beatles songs.
And everybody that's ever known Michael Jordan or know people around him, they say he's a great guy, just a super individual.
But he's super competitive and can be like anybody that's ultra successful. You got to have a little SOB in you.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's got a little of that in him. But they say he supports a lot of charitable programs and all that too.
I'll tell you what changed his life. I watched a good documentary on him. Some agent said, "Michael, I want you to meet these people in Oregon at this Nike tennis shoe company." He didn't want to do it. He wanted to go with Converse, coming out of North Carolina in basketball.
Yeah.
But the agent had worked on his mom and dad and said, Michael has to do this. They are going to make him the central part of their whole marketing plan. And this company has huge potential. So Michael's parents convinced Michael, yes, Michael, you go out there and you talk to these Nike people. And the rest is history.
Now his first logo was the on that pair of high top tennis shoes. You remember that?
Yes.
They
named the pair of tennis shoes after him,
that's
the Air
right,
Jordans.
Air Jordan.
And then he became their number one spokesperson, and he probably had shares in the company, and then he went to Hanes underwear and other things too, but.
And of course he might be.
It's Nike that made him a billionaire.
And and another thing too is his athletic ability, not only as a basketball player but a baseball player and a golfer. He's a scratch golfer. It just comes out in him. He's just one of the all-time greatest athletes, no question.
It's interesting.
Yeah, Michael Jordan has his own country club down in Florida around Jupiter.
And
he's always been a big gambler, so he's like Charles Barkley and Phil Mickelson.
Now, Tiger he owns his own golf course down there too, I think, and
Tiger would be worth even more, but he lost a lot of his endorsements with some of his controversies. I guess he kept a couple of them though. Nike stayed with him.
Remember, Troy baseball will be on the road this weekend against Arkansas State. Of course, Troy's spring game will be at 4 o'clock, late start for the spring game.
Michael, give us the stop here a minute and tell us a little bit about the T-Day game and also the things that will be leading up to the T game this weekend.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of stuff ahead of time. Of course, Troy Fest will be going on as well, so we want everybody to get out there.
Yeah, you got a camp. Well, go ahead with Troy camp. It starts at 9 on Saturday morning, and then it closes at 4, and then it opens back up at I want to say it's 10.
You got the Troy Regional Medical Center T-Roy's Fun Run. That will start at 10 a.m. It's $20 to participate.
But you get a T-shirt and a lot of other things.
Photos of T-Roy, Troy cheerleaders following the race. Troy's Fun Run will start in front of the Trojan statue in the main quad on the campus. Snake around campus before ending in the south end zone of the vet. Check-in begins at 9:30. Walk-up registration is available as well. Lunch with the Legends. New traditional inaugural lunch with the Legends event will feature Freddie Thomas, Chan, Gailey, Bear Woods, and now Larry Blayton is a part of it, and Darrell Jernigan. This year's event is sold out.
That's going to be super.
Trojan Regional Medical Center Future Trojans Youth Football Camp Rice. The annual Future Trojans Youth Football Camp is open to all boys and girls ages 4 through 12, and it's free of charge. Registration will begin at 1 p.m. at the Trojan statue of the South Concourse of the vet, with the camp starting at 2 p.m. on the field at the vet. Members of the Troy football team will provide instruction. Troy Fest shuttle has been added. Troy Athletics and Troy Fest are teaming up to make sure the fans can attend both events on Saturday with ease. Pickup on Troy's campus will take you in front of Eldridge Hall, and the downtown location will be by the bridge in front of the Troy Police Department.
Okay. Now let me tell you.
Providing that. Also, Troy softball will be playing UT Arlington as well at 1 o'clock. If you want to catch the softball game, pre-game concert by Troy, Alabama's own Mojo Hand will play in the South End Zone Plaza from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. The band plays Southern Rock covers. Troy's Athletic Kids Zone will open at 1 p.m. The South End Zone Plaza. Children all ages are invited to participate in a fun event with free inflatables, including Troy inflatables for kids.
It's going to be a lot of fun, right?
So it seems like you can go do the inflatable thing, and then your kids can go and do the clinic and camp at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, Troy T-Day game information. Troy will split into Cardinal and white teams with the quarterbacks and offensive line playing for both teams. The game will feature 4 15-minute quarters with a running clock. That's what Alabama did the other day. They did a running clock. Scoring will be different for the spring game. Scoring offense, touchdown will be 6 points, field goal 3 points, extra point 1 point. The defense can score. Touchdown is 6 points. A turnover on defense counts as 3 points. A 3 and out on defense counts as 3 points, and a forced punt counts as 1 point. So the defense can score and the offense can score in this game.
Yeah. Michael, let me tell you something else that
you could win the game with a 3 and out, gets you 3 points.
Yeah. And the other thing about having.
I mean, that's a lot going on. Yeah. I don't know. But
let me tell you an event that's going on at 3 o'clock they're going to have a giant rummage sale of Troy paraphernalia, selling Troy. We're talking about old jerseys.
Just missing that inaugural Troy Athletics yard sale. Troy Athletics is opening the vault on Saturday again at 3 p.m. and running until halftime. As fans will have an opportunity to purchase official Troy Athletics gear. Items on sale will include jerseys from football and other sports. Wow, this is pretty cool. Helmets, decals, shirts, shorts, pants, hoodies, shoes, cleats, and bats. There will be a limit of 2 football jerseys per person, while all other items will not carry a person-per-person maximum. Fans will be able to purchase these items with cash or credit cards, and all purchases must be made in person at the event.
Wow.
I'll tell you what.
A real Troy University football jersey, folks.
Our helmet. See, I've been wanting a helmet for this show, and I can now buy one. From this rummage sale. Should be a lot of fun.
Now that event probably needs to be at the top of our list. That's cool.
I know it. At 3 o'clock, starts at 3 o'clock.
And it goes through halftime of the game, but you probably need to be there early to get the best stuff.
That's you got to think some of these helmets are probably $300, $400 helmets.
Oh yeah. Now let me tell you this. I walked through the athletic facility yesterday. You would not believe the new signage they've got up. I mean, this place looks like no other place anywhere. I'm telling you, Troy is getting to be far and away the leader in how you look, and inside the athletic department, and there's signs everywhere you go for the weight programs and all that. Okay. Bryce, I'm going to show you that. It's really something to see.
Oh, it's. I was at Mama Goldberg's with my family the other night, and they got all kind of Troy posters and photos on the wall.
You can tell who they're for,
I like it, yeah. And one poster was of Troy cheer, the cheerleaders, but there's like a varsity and a junior varsity cheerleaders, and then they also have dancers that dance at games. So there's a lot of people in that poster.
Yeah. Sure is.
But all the girls and the guys were in front of the new football complex on the field, and I told my wife, I said, "Man, that looks big time right there."
I didn't hear whether the Sound of the South was going to be there. You think they'll be at the game?
Good point.
I don't know.
You would think so, wouldn't you?
I would imagine.
At least the pep band.
And maybe not the whole band, but at least I reckon you call it pep band.
There'll be a lot of excitement with Coach Summerall and his, his first year as Troy's head coach and new staff. I would imagine it'd be a big crowd.
Yeah, and introducing some of the players and so forth.
I would go to Troy Fest in the morning before it gets too hot.
Yeah,
and then go to all the T-Day stuff in the afternoon.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun, and of course. A lot of I've always liked downtown Troy, and I always stop by Bird's and give me some breakfast before I get after it,
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the breakfast is wonderful at Bird Drugs on the square.
The lunches are great.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Their lunches are very, very good. Their sandwiches are very good. I tell you something the other day, and I've told you, y'all laughed about it. You need to try their chili dog. Boy, I tell you.
I've never tried it.
They put that chili on there, and it's great. It's delicious.
Their pimento cheese sandwich.
I gotta have kraut on any hot dog I eat.
Yeah. Well, I don't believe they've got kraut, and I like kraut, but I don't believe they serve kraut on their hot dogs. But their chili is wonderful. Just like the chili at Mama Goldberg's. I like their chili, We're gonna run down a few items that you ought to try before you leave Troy.
Y'all gonna be live on the square on Friday? Y'all still gonna do that show or what?
Yeah, we plan on being live. And Steve, can we go live Friday? Yeah. He said yes, so we're gonna be live. Me and Bill Rice and Morgan Drinkin and maybe a few other guests will be.
I guess that means I will not be able to call in. There's no phones when y'all go live.
Oh, really? Well, I hate that now.
Watch us on Facebook.
How about you can call into my cell phone though, couldn't you?
I don't know how to get that.
It works pretty good. You can get it on the cell phone, can't you, Steve?
No, not well.
He said he should be able to zoom in. He said you should be able to zoom in, Mike.
Yeah, I'll have to check and see on that. I don't know how that will work.
Well,
have a camera and a laptop. We'll have to figure that out.
Yeah. Of course, we've had a great show at Southeast Gas, located in downtown Troy, and numerous offices around Central and South Alabama. And of course, their home headquarters is Andalusia, Alabama, Southeast.
You know, there's a lot of joggers that would want to participate in this fun run too.
Yeah, oh yeah, it really is a lot, and I'm sure they'll have real good prizes too for the winners.
T-shirts. And,
yeah, exactly.
Let's see if we can reach out to Chan Gailey or Coach Blakeney or somebody, maybe get them on the show tomorrow before the.
Yeah, I'll try to.
I'll tell you, for a little town of 19,000 people, there's a lot that goes on.
Oh man, it is a lot.
In Troy.
And this Troy Fest, and then it moves into the noonday have lunch out there with Coach Gailey and Coach Blakeney and
people that are watching in Enterprise and Ozark. You looking for something fun to do?
Yeah.
Come to Troy Saturday, and you can go to Troy Fest, which is Arts and Crafts Festival, and you can take in this big time Division I football spring day.
Yeah. And if you like art, it's quality art. Now it's not, and there'll be some folk art, and our buddy is one of the top folk artists in the country. You know that?
Wally Lowry.
Wiley.
It's worth going to the Legends event just to see Bear Woods' hair.
Oh yeah, exactly. And
I think he's cut it back.
I want to tell you a quick story about.
He used to give it to Lots of Love.
Let me just say something quickly about him. Bear Woods came to Troy as a walk-on quarterback out of a little town in Florida, and
McClenny, Florida.
Yeah, McClenny, and then they made a linebacker out of him, and he became one of the most notorious hitters in Troy history, and one of the great linebackers.
And he was a walk-on, so there are plenty of walk-ons that have become stars.
And they say
the killer bees. It was Forrest Lee and Bear Woods.
Yeah, that's right.
Played Troy.
But I'll tell you something else about him. He went into the Canadian Football League, and he's become a household word. He's been one of the all-time great Canadian football players, Bear Woods, from Troy State University.
Y'all have a good day.
Thank you for calling in. Hope that you've enjoyed it. And, of course, we brought to you each and every day throughout the week, brought to you by Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeeps, and that Health Actions. I'm in the middle of going in there for my therapy, and they do great jobs. And of course, Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody. Beautiful cars and trucks. We'll see you again tomorrow, bright and early, for Today in LA.
Join us at the Troy Fest Fine Art and Craft Festival in downtown Troy. We have more than 100 vendors with something for everyone. From pottery, photography, glasswork, painting, woodwork, and more. We hope to see you in downtown Troy. Open Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4. Please come and enjoy a good time.